Well, welcome in here high above courtside here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where tonight the Tri-West Bruins taking on the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, or the Tigers that is, here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, a really big basketball show. The Bruins will be the visitors this evening. Greencastle will be the home team tonight. We're getting you set, and game set time about 6 minutes away here from tip-off at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. The Bruins come into tonight's contest 6-7 on the season, and they got a big win over the Danville Warriors last night in conference play, and that really helped them out in the conference, and they will continue the conference play next Saturday, a week from Saturday. And we'll look forward to bringing you the coverage of that game as well. But last year, when the Bruins hosted Greencastle at Tri-West, the Bruins were victorious 62-46. The Bruins lead the series the last 30 years, 17-8. So the Bruins have had the Greencastle's number here the past couple of years. But nevertheless, Tri-West 6-7, Greencastle 11-2. Greencastle was handed its second loss of the season last night to Edgewood, 53-41. Greencastle 4-1 in the Western Indiana Conference. The Tigers average 58.7 points per game. They're giving up 50.15 points per game. So they like to score points, but I mean they're also giving up quite a bit of points as well. And I think that the Bruins looked to take advantage of that last night. Last night for the Bruins against Danville at Tri-West, a great matchup. If you missed that game, you can always replay it and watch it back on our YouTube account here. But nevertheless, a big win for Tri-West over Danville last night. They snapped a 2-game losing skid. Tri-West now 6-7 on the season, looking to get back to 500 here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, a place where they hope to return in March for the state finals. But Tri-West averaging 59.7 points per game. They're giving up 60.5. So they definitely need to pick up on the defensive side of the ball, that is. But that has been kind of the Tri-West's biggest, I guess you could say, thing that they need to improve upon would be the one thing that they need to improve upon here as we get in later in the season, into February, into March, is their defensive play. But nevertheless, they've made some adjustments to do that. And last night they defended Danville really well. They held Danville. They did not shoot very well. The Warriors just felt like the Warriors weren't able to buy a bucket last night. The win last night makes the Bruins 3-0 in the Sagamore Conference. It keeps them alive for a conference title. Again, they will play next Saturday, a week from today, at home. And it will be a similar start time. About 2:30 is a set start time for that matchup with the Western Boone Stars. Again, that a makeup game was supposed to happen. They were supposed to play Western Boone earlier in November, but because of the Western Boone football team's success, they were unable to get that game in. So this is the makeup game next Saturday. But Tri-West, as you see, about to take the floor for the second time. They just went back to the locker room after their pregame warm-ups, but they're back and they're out on the field about 3 minutes away from tip-off here. The Bruins will be on the road Thursday at Southmont, so that'll be their next conference game. And again, looking to continue the conference success that they've had this season with wins over Frankfurt, Lebanon, and now Danville last night. The Bruins on the season are very good in conference play. Last night I thought that was their most fundamentally sound basketball game of the season last night. That was their best just overall, all-around performance last night. Offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, all the way around. They played a very fundamentally sound basketball game last night, and they were able to pick up the victory over Danville, which, it's never easy to get a victory over Danville, but 62-49 was the final score in that contest. So we're getting you set. Tri-West and Greencastle here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, the really big basketball show today. Earlier in the day, the game before us, Edgewood and Monrovia. Edgewood defeating Monrovia 57-52 in the first matchup. And then after Tri-West and Greencastle conclude, it'll be Northwestern taking on Carroll. And then later on at 6 p.m., Culver Academies will be playing Cathedral. Culver Academies, the defending 3A state champions. Cathedral, a power in 4A. And then as well, coming up later on tonight, the nightcap will be Franklin taking on Southport in that one. So we look forward to bringing you this game here at 2:40, and then maybe you might stick around for the rest of the games, but of course we will not be covering them there. The academic all teams for this afternoon. The Tri-West has one player on that being Braden Van Slyke, the senior, and then Greencastle Andrew York for the Tigers in the all academic team. So Van Slyke, who has a 4.0 GPA, definitely looking to make that all-state academic team here at the end of the year. He's currently on it as of today. So just under a minute away from tip-off, and this is a big stage here for the Bruins. They've had struggles here earlier in the season, but this is a big opportunity for Tri-West to get a win here on the big stage, a place where they would like to return in March for the state finals. But it all starts today with the Greencastle Tiger Cubs, and we're getting you set for the coverage there. I believe we'll have the national anthem here momentarily. My name's Grant. We welcome you in here high above courtside at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. The Tri-West Bruins and the Greencastle Tigers. So originally, this was Greencastle's home game. The game was supposed to be played today at Greencastle, but Greencastle elected to have the option of playing here, and they decided that they'd like to play here at Bankers Life. So that got moved to there. And if you were wondering, the JV and freshman teams will play at Greencastle on Monday with a 6 p.m. and a 7:30 start there on Monday. So I believe we're going to have the national anthem. So we'll turn it over to the PA announcer and have our national anthem here moments away from tip-off here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And our national anthem there, and getting you set for the Tri-West Bruins and the Greencastle Tiger Cubs here high above courtside at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. My name's Grant. We welcome you in. If you're just joining us, you can catch all of the Tri-West basketball games on YouTube this season. So we'll have our introduction of our starting lineups, and we will be getting you set. So Tri-West going with a similar group tonight. The same group they've been rolling with for a majority of 2019 here, all kind of starting in the county tournament. Taylor Gardner, Dawson Wolf, Luke Robertson, Garrett Cora, Braden Van Slyke round out the starting lineup. Tri-West, got to give him credit, brought a decent crowd here this afternoon, a team that always kind of travels well with their fans. And so they're introducing the starting lineups now. And the Bruins looking to come out and have a repeat performance. Should be a good matchup here with the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. And we'll get the Greencastle starters here as they come out. And, of course, similar group here. Braden Van Slyke getting his team pumped up. The senior trying to bring some success to this team here in his senior season. So the Bruins in the blue uniforms this afternoon with the gold numerals, letters, and trim. Very sharp-looking jerseys. They're new as of this season. And so we'll have tip-off here momentarily. Brody Whitaker will start for Greencastle, as well as Benton Parmalee. Also starting, Nick Sutherland. Gavin Bowman and Cade Plew will round out the starting lineups for Greencastle. So Tri-West, who maybe doesn't match up in size with as many teams as opponents, it doesn't maybe have the size as their opponents. Definitely a team that can beat you with their feet. How quick they are, especially Garrett Cora, Dawson Wolf, and Taylor Gardner attacking the lane. You got Luke Robertson, Braden Van Slyke working the post. So Greencastle in the white uniforms with the purple numerals, letters, and trim, kind of purple and gray numerals, letters, and trim. Tri-West heading left to right. Greencastle will head right to left. Tip-off here from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Getting you set here. Full day of basketball here at the Really Big Basketball Show. Luke Robertson jumps center against Cade Plew. Greencastle wins the tip, their first offensive possession. Here's Whitaker now, over to Sutherland. Sutherland high in between the jump circles, picks up his dribble, now goes over to Parmalee. Parmalee now to Bowman. Gavin gives it off to Parmalee. Now working left side wing, pulls it back out, gives it to Whitaker. Whitaker in between the jump circles now, over to Gavin Bowman. Gavin hands it off to Sutherland, out back, up top to Parmalee. Parmalee has it, over to Plew. Plew now back out to Parmalee, who gives it over to Plew. And a great defensive possession here for Tri-West. Not letting anything in the lane here as Plew drives against Gardner, goes up, can't score. Rebound Robertson. Here come the Bruins in transition. Their transition game is what's been most improved since the start of the year and after that county tournament. Here's Gardner up top, gives it off to Cora. 7 minutes to play here in the first quarter. No score. Robertson inside, goes back out to Gardner. Thought about the three, instead drives, attacks the lane, back out to Cora. Cora now to Robertson and over to Wolf. Wolf in the corner, back to Gardner. Now, Garrett Cora with it, in on the left baseline to Dawson Wolf. High post, it's Van Slyke for a long two. It's off the mark. Rebound is to Bowman. Bowman gives it over to Benton Parmalee. He crosses the timeline on the left side and gives it to Whitaker. Whitaker has it for the Tiger Cubs. On the attack, into the lane, picks up his dribble, back out to Sutherland for a three, and it's good. Sutherland scores, and Greencastle up 3-0. Greencastle scores on their second possession. Here's the Bruins' second offensive possession. Van Slyke missed the jumper on the first. Inside to Dawson Wolf. Alley-oop from Gardner to Wolf. And the Bruins answer with a bucket of their own. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. Greencastle up 3-2. Here's Whitaker with it. Crossing the timeline on the left side to Gavin Bowman. Gavin on the attack against Van Slyke. Goes back out, or tries to Whitaker, and he's able to control it there and nearly saving it from going out of bounds. Whitaker now on the attack, over to Gavin Bowman. Goes up and scores. 5-2, 5:37 to play in the opening quarter. Here's Cora now back to Dawson Wolf. Wolf has it to Robertson, inside to Van Slyke. Van Slyke going to work the post in, reverse layup off the mark. Dawson Wolf tried to grab the rebound, but Gavin Bowman has it. Here comes Greencastle in transition. Parmalee with it for the Tigers. Will cross the timeline. 5:15 to play in the first quarter. Greencastle up 3. Here's Sutherland with it. Now back out to Bowman. He's going to try a three, and it's good. 8-2, and Greencastle has hit 2 quick threes. Left side to Dawson Wolf. Wolf inside to Robertson. Robertson spin, shoot, off the mark. Rebound to Gavin Bowman. Bruins could use a stop here on defense. Here's Whitaker with it. Whitaker now back out to Parmalee. Parmalee's going to try a three. It's off the mark. There's Gardner with a rebound. Bruins need a bucket here. Gardner crosses the timeline to Van Slyke, who goes in, lays it up and in. So Van Slyke scores off the assist from Gardner. 8-4 is the score. Greencastle leads. 4:30 to play in the first quarter. And now it's Greencastle with it and Whitaker. Whitaker has it. Now back out to Parmley. Gavin Bowman with it. Brody Whitaker now on the attack against Dawson Wolf. Back out to Parmley. Parmley's going to give it to Sutherland for a three. It bounces in and out. Robertson comes down with a rebound. Robertson now on the left side wing. In the attack, up with the right hand, scores. Beautiful take there by Luke Robertson. Brings the Bruins back within two. The Tri-West, who was down 8-2, now has ran off 4 unanswered here in the first quarter. Whitaker with it. In the lane, back out to Bowman. Same spot, 3 on the way, off the mark. Rebound tipped out by Plew. Plew now gets in trouble. Robertson has it, and a foul on the Tigers. And it'll be a foul on Greencastle. And Alex Covey and Mason Levisic. So Cade Plew charged with that foul for Greencastle. So now Alex Covey and Mason Levisic check in, replacing Garrett Cora and Dawson Wolf. Covey, who was just moved up on Monday to be a full-time varsity player, had a good defensive impact in the game against Danville last night. Robertson now, right side wing, up top to Gardner. Gardner hesitates, now back out to Van Slyke for 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to Greencastle with Sutherland. Whitaker has it, crossing the timeline. Back out top to Sutherland, over to Bowman. Bowman at the NBA line, gives it over to Whitaker. Whitaker into the lane, and a foul on the Bruins. They're going to get Braden Van Slyke. That's his first, team first. 3:10 to play in the first quarter. Bruins down by 2. They've run off 4 unanswered. Here's Greencastle with it with Whitaker. Whitaker inbounds it, back out to Parmley. Parmley now working right side wing. Inside, it's Plew. Plew against Robertson, finds Bowman. Bowman high post, now back out. Here's Plew with it on the right side. Plew gets in trouble. Over to Sutherland. Sutherland working the dribble. Works around the left side. Into the lane for Bowman. Bowman goes up, can't score, gets his own rebound. Gets his own rebound again. He's fouled on the way up that time. And I believe they're going to get Covey. Or no, that'll be, and it will be Covey's first. That's his first. Bowman at the line with 2 shots. 2:43 to play in the first quarter. Greencastle up by 2. There's a missed shot there by Bowman on the first shot of a free throw. Second shot is good. Here come the Bruins now, down 3. Robertson crosses the timeline. Here's Gardner with it on the left side wing, up top to Levisic, who fires away 3. It's good. Mason Levisic, he's got 3. It's tied at 9 with 2:26 to play in the first quarter. Here's Greencastle with it. Parmley crosses the timeline inside to Bowman. Here's Whitaker going up and scoring. And Greencastle takes a 2-point lead. Up top, Gardner. 3 on the way for Gardner. In and out, no good. Gavin Bowman gets the rebound. 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Here's Whitaker with it. Whitaker in between the circles now. Goes over into the lane. Can't score. Rebound Levisic. Levisic has it as he crosses the timeline. Into the lane, spins around, back out to Gardner. Gardner thought about it, instead drives the lane himself, goes up, can't score. Robertson can't follow. Whitaker comes down with a rebound. Whitaker now in transition over to Plew. Plew goes up, he's fouled on the way up by Levisic. And so he'll head to the line. And so that'll send Cade Plew to the line. He'll have 2 shots, 1:39 to play in the first quarter. Greencastle's up 11-9. We thank you for joining us here on a Saturday afternoon. And Plew makes the first. Dawson Wolf and Garrett Cora check back in, replacing Van Slyke and Gardner. And so now Plew with his second. It's off the mark. He made the first to give Greencastle a 3-point lead. Cora with it. Over to Covey inside, working the baseline, goes up. Out of bounds off the hands of Gavin Bowman. Covey didn't quite have position there to get him to draw the foul. Levisic will inbound. He'll get it into Covey. Back out to Robertson. Levisic, 3 on the way. It's off the mark. Rebound. Controlled by Greencastle. Whitaker has it. Crossing the timeline. In between the circles, Brody Whitaker. Up top to Gavin Bowman. Bowman picks up his dribble. Has to get it over to Parmley. Parmley on the right side wing against Covey. Inside to Bowman. Back out to Parmley now. Inside to Bowman, who goes up. He's fouled on the way up by Garrett Cora. That's Cora's first foul. And that'll send Gavin Bowman to the line for 2 shots. He's made 1 trip this evening. He was 1 of 1 earlier. And he makes the first.
And entering the contest for the Tiger Cubs for the first time, number 52, Trey Wood.
Trey Wood checks in for the Tigers. He replaces Cade Plew down low. Bowman's second shot is off the mark, but they get the offensive rebound to Sutherland. Sutherland with it, back out to Parmley. Parmley has it for the Tigers, going against Cora. 43 seconds to score. Here is Parmley. Takes the dribble against Cora. 30 seconds to score. Over to Bowman, now back out to Parmley. They're trying to hold for the last shot and expand that 2-possession lead that they currently possess. Trey Wood has it against Garrett Cora. 15 to score. Back to Parmley now on the left side wing. Sutherland has it back out to Whitaker. 5 to score. 3 on the way. It's good. 1 to score. Robertson launches a half-court shot. Hits off the front of the rim. Nearly went in. But at the end of 1, Greencastle leads 16-9. The Bruins came out here early, but unable to keep up with Greencastle there. And Greencastle now a 7-point lead at the end of the first quarter. But nothing that the Bruins have not came back from this season. And obviously Bontrager are going to make some adjustments at the quarter break. But the main focus for him is going to be stopping Gavin Bowman. 7 points for him in the first quarter. So 7 points for Bowman in the first quarter. Other scorers for Greencastle: Whitaker had 5, Sutherland had 3, Plew had 1. For Tri-West, no player for the Bruins has scored more than once. Dawson Wolf has 2, Luke Robertson has 2, Mason Levisic hit a 3, and Braden Van Slyke has 2. Van Slyke also with 1 foul. Covey has 1 foul. Levisic has 1 foul. And Garrett Cora has 1 foul as well. So 4 team fouls to 1 team foul for Greencastle. Start of the second quarter here now. We thank you for joining us wherever you may be. And Taylor Gardner returned at the quarter break. And getting set for the second quarter of action. It'll be Tri-West basketball. Greencastle in the white uniforms with the purple and gray numerals, letters, and trim. Tri-West in the blue uniforms with the gold numerals, letters, and trim. Here's Cora, Covey, Gardner, Levisic, and Dawson Wolf out on the floor for Tri-West to start the second quarter of action. Up top, it's Cora. Now left side to Gardner. Gardner back to Wolf. Wolf has it, nearly got it stolen away, and he ended up losing the handle. Parmley comes down with it for Greencastle. Here's Parmley with it. Greencastle goes with Parmley, Whitaker, Sutherland, Gavin Bowman, and Cade Plouffe. Right side now it's Sutherland. Now 3 on the way. It's off the mark by Parmley, and Tri-West unable to get the rebound there. Right side, Gavin Bowman. Here's Parmley with it. Into the lane is Bowman. He goes up, can't score. Covey with a rebound. Cora has it as he crosses the timeline to Levisic. Cora and Levisic on the floor at the same time. We haven't seen too much of that this season, but trying to work more guards here at the start of the second quarter. Right side, Levisic into the lane, pulls up for 2. It's good. 16-11 at the start of the second quarter. Here's Whitaker with it into the lane, and they're going to say he carried the basketball, so that'll cue Luke Robertson, Braden Van Slyke back into the lineup. Alex Covey, Mason Levisic will sit. So the Bruins going with an extra forward here, and them using Levisic and Cora on the floor at the same time, something that we really haven't seen too often this season. They just got about a minute and a half together there. Here's Cora up top, left side to Gardner. 3 on the way for Gardner. It's in and out, but Robertson comes down with the offensive rebound. Back to Gardner inside. He got it taken away by Cade Plouffe. So the Bruins come up empty there. It's 16-11. Tri-West trails by 5 with 6 minutes to play in the first half. Benton Parmley now against Garrett Cora. Into the lane, spin around, shoot. Can't score, and a foul on the rebound. They're going to get Cade Plouffe for his second and the team's second. And so that will cue in Trey Wood for the Tigers. Robertson will have it. He'll control the point here as he crosses the timeline. Right side to Garrett Cora. Cora now inside to Gardner. Gardner into the lane, goes up and scores. That's Gardner's first points of the evening. And now all the starters have scored except Garrett Cora. And now if we're going to get a foul on Tri-West, they're going to get Dawson Wolf for his first. It's the team's 5th foul of the half. Greencastle gets it in to Sutherland. Now here's Whitaker on the attack, back out to Parmley. Parmley has it, back to Whitaker. Whitaker with it, going to try a 3. It's good. He's got 8. The Bruins now down by 6, back out to Van Slyke. Van Slyke over to Wolf. Wolf thought about the 3, then realized he was at the NBA stripe. Wolf goes in, goes up, and he's fouled on the way up. And they're going to get Nick Sutherland for his first. That'll send Dawson Wolf to the line for 2 shots. Chance to bring it within 4. First shot off the front of the rim. And you wonder how much the dome effect shooting is happening for these 2 ball clubs. Obviously not used to playing in a 14,000 seating capacity arena. Second shot is off the mark. Gavin Bowman comes down with the rebound. So you wonder that depth perception on the basketball goal, you wonder how much that plays into effect. Whitaker tried to save it from going out of bounds, but they're going to say he stepped out. And now it'll be Tri-West basketball. And now we're going to get a warning on Coach Bontrager. I don't even think he said anything. Bontrager looks about as confused as we do. Of course, we're high above courtside here, so we can't hear everything that's happening down on the court. But nevertheless, a warning issued to Coach Bontrager. Inside to Robertson. Robertson goes up. He can't score. Van Slyke, though, with the follow. Van Slyke has 4. Brody Whitaker has it over to Parmley. Parmley with it on the right side wing. Back out to Trey Wood. Wood has it on the right side wing. And Gardner comes down with a turnover. Gardner, nice juke move there. Goes into the lane, back out to Van Slyke. 3 on the way, off the mark. Wolf with the rebound, goes up. He's fouled the way up, and now he'll have 2 shots coming. And they're going to get Brody Whitaker for his first. And that'll send Dawson Wolf to the line. He missed his 2 shots earlier, about a minute ago. 4:11 to play here in the first half. And he makes the first there. We mentioned the dome effect shooting might be a factor this afternoon, obviously, playing at Bankers Life. Although it has been known to be a shooter's gym by various NBA players. They've called Bankers Life a shooter's gym, that they know if they're a decent shooter, that when they go to Bankers Life, they're going to be maybe a little bit better. Here's Whitaker on the attack. After a little bit of a scoring drought there for Greencastle, they get it back. Here's Gardner for a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound is to Gavin Bowman, but Robertson takes it away from him. Robertson lays it up and in. Robertson has 4. 3:30 to play in the first half. Bruins now back within 2. Whitaker now, left side to Sutherland. Sutherland has it. Back over to Whitaker. Whitaker here for Greencastle. 3:15 to play in the opening half. Here's Parmley with it. Parmley now in between the jump circles. Pulls it back out against Van Slyke. Sutherland has it. Now an NBA range 3 for Parmley is off the mark, and Garrett Cora comes down with it. Cora now back out to Robertson. 3 minutes to play in the opening half. Robertson's going to set up the offense here. Bruins a chance to tie or take the lead. Van Slyke into the lane, going to spin around and gets it back out to Garrett Cora. Cora has it. Now to Van Slyke, over to Dawson Wolf, inside to Braden, who goes up and scores. Count the bucket, he'll head to the line for 1. Ties the game up and gives them a chance to take the lead. Alex Covey and Mason Levisic return, replacing Dawson Wolf and Garrett Cora.
At this time, we need all of the youth basketball players from Tri-West and Greencastle.
21 all. 2:40 to play in the second quarter. And he's unable to make the and one, but he gets his own rebound. Tries to find Robertson in the lane, but is knocked out of bounds by Trey Wood. And so now it'll be Tri-West basketball into their own basket. Gardner will inbound. He'll get it into Van Slyke. Gives it over to Levisic. Back to Robertson. Robertson now to Gardner. Gardner has it on the right side wing. Over to Van Slyke now. Back to Robertson. Robertson has it into the lane. Up and scores. And the Bruins now with a 2-point lead after being down 7 to start the second quarter. Here's Whitaker with it in between the circles. Now back out left side to Bowman. Bowman has it now over to Parmley. Parmley with it back to Gavin Bowman. Bowman now back to Brody Whitaker. Whitaker on the left side wing in the lane now back out for a 3 is Sutherland. It's off the mark. Rebound to Gavin Bowman. A weak side rebound. Whitaker for a 3. It's off the mark as Van Slyke was knocked to the floor. And they're going to say it was last touched by Robertson. And now Greencastle going to utilize their first timeout. It will be a full timeout. That's the first timeout taken of the Really Big Basketball Show here. Tri-West and Greencastle, the second game of the Really Big Basketball Show. Several more games coming your way this evening. Edgewood beat Monrovia 57-52. And then following this game, Northwestern and Carroll will tip it off about 4:20 p.m. And then around 6 o'clock, Culver Academies, the defending 3A state champions, will take on Cathedral. And then at 7:40 for the nightcap, Franklin will take on Southport. So a big day here of basketball here in Indiana. And obviously last week was basketball day. Last Saturday was basketball day in Indiana. And obviously a big basketball day. They played high school games at North Davies High School, also here at Bankers Life throughout the day. IU and Purdue played in West Lafayette. Butler played as well at Hinkle. And then to wrap up basketball day, Indiana, the Pacers took on the Charlotte Hornets. So it'll be Tri-West basketball now, or Greencastle rather, under their own basket. Out of the Bryce Rector timeout. Greencastle with the basketball now. They get it out to Parmley off the inbounds pass. 1:45 to play in the first half. Here's Sutherland inside to Gavin Bowman. Spin around and scores. Ties the game at 23. Robertson has it. Crosses the timeline to Taylor Gardner. Gardner with it. Thought about pulling up for the three. Instead goes outside to Robertson. Here's Van Slyke with it. Over to Levisic. Levisic in the corner. Back out to Taylor Gardner. Gardner has it. Over to Van Slyke. Van Slyke back to Levisic. Levisic now 1:10 to play in the first half. Inside to Covey. Covey back out to Robertson. Robertson for three is off the mark, but Levisic there to grab the rebound. Goes up. Can't score. Greencastle with it with Whitaker in transition. Whitaker goes up. He can't score. Rebound, Covey. Alex Covey able to grab the rebound. Left side, it's Gardner. Gardner has it back out to Robertson. 45 seconds to play in the opening half. Bruins going to hold for a last-second shot or attempt to. Tied at 23. So the Bruins looking to take the advantage going into halftime. Taylor Gardner has it. Gardner in between the circles. Holds it back out now. Gardner. And a foul on Greencastle. We're going to get Trey Wood for his first. 11 and 2/10 seconds to score. The Bruins looking to go into halftime with a lead here. Robertson has it. 7 seconds to score. Gardner in the corner. Three on the way. It's good. And that'll take us to the half. Tri-West takes the lead heading into the half at 26-23. And that'll be the halftime score. Tri-West up by 3. We'll come back here at the end of halftime. We'll give you a full first half rundown as well as get you prepared for the second half. So I think we'll keep the camera on here as we got the Tri-West youth teams with the youth Tri-West teams and the Greencastle youth teams playing here at halftime. So we'll keep the camera on. You can tune into that, so don't be confused. It is the youth players playing. No, Tri-West did not lose their legs overnight, but nevertheless, we'll keep the camera on for this little youth battle here going on here at the half. But we'll come back here in just a little while with some first half statistics. All right, so you saw the youth players in action there at the half as the varsity squads make their way back out onto the floor. We'll take you through some first half statistics. For Greencastle, their leading scorer was Brody Whitaker. He leads all scorers with 10 points on the afternoon. Gavin Bowman follows with 9 points. Nick Sutherland had 3, and Cade Plew had 1 in the first half. For Tri-West, their leading scorers were Luke Robertson and Braden Van Slyke. They each had 6. Mason Levisic and Dawson Wolf, Mason Levisic and Taylor Gardner, rather, had 5 respectively. And Dawson Wolf had 4 points. So the Bruins able to spread the scoring out quite well in the opening half. Greencastle, they've got 4 different players in the scoring column, but Tri-West, something that they really want to do here later in the season is spread the scoring out and just make those extra passes and open to get better looks on the offensive side of the ball. And that's what they did really well last night against Danville, was creating open looks, finding people inside, as well as finding the open shooter outside. So the Bruins, again, like I mentioned in the pregame show, they played really fundamentally sound basketball against the Danville Warriors last night. In my opinion, it was their best performance of the season, playing as a team, playing with enthusiasm, lifting each other up, finding the open look, finding the open man. And that's what I took away from that game. Just their most fundamentally sound basketball game, their most fundamentally oriented team-played basketball game of the season. As we enter the second half, Tri-West will have a 3-point lead. About a minute underway from the second half. And the Bruins will be working with a 3-point lead. It'll be Greencastle basketball. It looks like they're going to honor the senior basketball players and their parents for each squad, or the academic all teams, not sure, but they are lining up here at midcourt, so we will let you know what happens here. So it'll be Greencastle basketball, I believe, to start the second half. It looks like they're going to hand out some sort of award. Andrew York and Braden Van Slyke here at midcourt. And they're at midcourt here receiving their plaque.
Please turn your attention to midcourt as we honor
And
members of our
I'll turn it over to the PA announcer here because I don't know what I'm talking about.
academic team. Let's salute Braden Van Slyke of Tri-West and Andrew York of Greencastle. These 2 young men have achieved greatness in the classroom and on the court. Congratulations, Braden and Andrew, and thank you from Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
So they were honoring Braden Van Slyke and Andrew York being academic all-state. As they pause for pictures here as we wait to get the second half underway. Coach Bontrager got to be pleased with their first half performance. Getting down 7 at the end of the first, able to bounce back in the second quarter. Outscoring Greencastle 17-7 in the second quarter. They're outscored 16-9 in the first quarter, but they are able to outscore Greencastle 17-7 in the second quarter of play. And that really is the contributing factor as to why they have a 3-point lead. Also, Taylor Gardner hitting a 3 there late in the half. So Greencastle basketball to start the third quarter. Greencastle in the white uniforms with the purple and gray numerals, letters, and trim. Tri-West in the blue uniforms with the gold numerals, letters, and trim. Inside, it's Whitaker. He's got 2 to start the second half, and Greencastle back within 1 point here. Here's Gardner, back out to Robertson. Robertson over to Wolf. Wolf trying to go inside to Van Slyke, but it's tipped. Gavin Bowman comes down with it. Greencastle back in with their original starters, Brody Whitaker, Benton Parmley, Nick Sutherland, Gavin Bowman, and Cade Plew. Or rather, that is in there to replace, or rather, Plew is in there. I beg your pardon there. Right side, Sutherland, 3 on the way. It's off the mark. Rebounded Austin Wolf. Cora trying to go cross court to Sutherland. Those are just silly turnovers there for the Bruins that they can't afford here in a tight game like this. Greencastle with the basketball and a chance to take the lead. Whitaker on the attack, into the lane, goes up, gets fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 shots. And the foul is going to be on Dawson Wolf, his second. Brody Whitaker at the line. He'll be shooting 2 shots. And he makes the first to tie the game. And now Greencastle a chance to take the lead here with just under 7 minutes to play in the opening of the second half. And he does. 27-26, 7 minutes to play as Cora crosses the timeline now for the Bruins. Back out to Dawson Wolf. Wolf over to Taylor Gardner. Gardner has it on the left side wing. Back out top to Robertson. Robertson nearly lost the handle but goes up. He can't score. Bowman comes down with it. Greencastle now in transition. Corner for Sutherland. Off the mark. Rebound Bowman. Back out to Parmley. He tips it from going out of bounds and gives it to Brody Whitaker. Whitaker has it back out to Parmley. Parmley with it on the right side wing. Goes over to Cade Plew. Plew with it. Right side in and up. Fouled on the way up. And that'll be Garrett Cora, his second. And now the officials going to discuss something here. Looks like they talked to Taylor Gardner a little bit there. Plew at the line with 2 shots. First shot is off the mark. Now the best they can do is give them a 2-point lead. Second shot for Plew is off the mark. Van Slyke comes down with a rebound. Cora right side to Gardner. Gardner back to Cora now. Robertson on the left side wing. Back to Gardner. Gardner over to Cora. Cora to Van Slyke. Off the mark on the jumper. It's out of bounds. Last touched by the Tigers. They're going to say it was last touched by Brody Whitaker. And the official coming over to talk to Braden. And he was the official that gave Bontrager the bench warning. He's not taking much this afternoon. Robertson gets it into Gardner. Gardner back over to Garrett Cora. Back out to Gardner. Here's Van Slyke with it. Van Slyke back to Robertson. Robertson on the attack into the lane. Up. And they're going to say he walked. And Greencastle now with the basketball. Bontrager confused on that travel call. Parnley with it, gives it to Gavin Bowman. Bowman gives it over to Whitaker. Whitaker, foul on the Bruins. That's going to be Braden Van Slyke's second foul. Mason Levisic checks in for the Bruins, replacing Dawson Wolf. 5:25 to play in the third quarter. Greencastle with the basketball in a 1-point lead. Bowman has it. Now goes back over to Whitaker. Now Parmley has it. Parmley back over to Plew. Now back to Parmley. Parmley. Back out to Sutherland. Now Bowman has it in the corner, and Cora on the defense there against Whitaker knocks it out of bounds. So it'll be Greencastle basketball. 5:07 to play in the third quarter. Bruins lead by 1. Left side to Whitaker. Whitaker on the attack into the lane. Tries to go up. Levisic comes down with it. Robertson has it. Crossing the timeline on the right side. Robertson, corner for Van Slyke. He's going to attack the lane. Back out to Gardner for 3. It's off the mark. Bowman comes down with the rebound. Brody Whitaker has it. Back out to Parmley for 3. Off the mark, no. Gardner with the rebound. Left side to Robertson. Robertson inside to Van Slyke. Van Slyke spin and score. Timeout taken by Tri-West. They lead by 1. Full timeout. Tri-West up 28-27 here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse against Greencastle. So out of the timeout taken by Coach Bontrager, his first timeout taken of the contest. It'll be Greencastle basketball. Here's Whitaker with it. Crossing the timeline on the right side to Sutherland. Inside to Bowman, who goes up and scores. Easy look there for Gavin Bowman. He's got 11. Right side, Levisic. Levisic in and score. Baseline jumper for Mason Levisic. Right side, it's Parmley. Inside to Bowman, attacking the lane. Back to Plew, who goes up, can't score, but he's fouled on his second attempt. And they're going to get a foul on Taylor Gardner, that is, his first. Plew at the line, he'll have 2 shots. And he made the first to tie the game at 30. Second shot on the way, off the front of the rim. Van Slyke comes down with a rebound. Cora crosses the timeline. Robertson now to Gardner. Gardner up top to Levisic. Levisic nearly lost the handle, but Gardner got it back. Gardner with it, high post, going to try a shot. It's off the mark. Rebound, tipped around and controlled by Gavin Bowman. 3:25 to play in the third quarter. Here's Whitaker. Whitaker in and back out to Parmley. Parmley on the attack, right side to Whitaker. Whitaker against Cora, into the lane, up, can't score. Fouled on the way up. Not sure where they're going to get the contact there.
That personal foul is charged to Tri-West, number 3, Taylor.
That'll be Gardner's second.
2 shots for the Tiger Cup, number 12, Brody Whitaker.
So you might see Bontrager go to his bench here with Gardner, Wolf, Cora, and Van Slyke all on the floor with 2 fouls. Whitaker at the line with 2 shots, misses the first. Second shot now for Whitaker. It is good. 31-30. Cora crosses the timeline for the Bruins. On the right side, it's Taylor Gardner. Gardner over to Robertson. Robertson now on the attack, into the lane, goes up, can't score. But he'll have 2 shots. They're going to get Nick Sutherland for his second.
Shooting 2 shots for the Bruins, number 5, Luke Robertson.
Robertson will have a pair of 2 shots here. Robertson misses the first, and Alex Covey and Dawson Wolf return. Taylor Gardner and Garrett Cora will sit. Again, Covey, who was just moved up to the varsity squad on Monday, full-time varsity, that is. He's been playing both JV and varsity the entire season, but moved up full-time varsity as of this week. Parmley has it for Greencastle. He crosses the timeline against Robertson. Goes to Gavin Bowman, back out. Now it's Sutherland with it. Sutherland has it and goes over to Whitaker. Whitaker with it. Over to Bowman now. Parmley has it on the right side. Pulls it back out. Gives it to Bowman. On the left side, it's Sutherland. Sutherland with it. Now gives it over to Cade Plew. Plew has it. Now 2:20 to score here. 2:20 to play, rather, in the third quarter. Bowman up top to Whitaker. Great defense here for the Bruins. Whitaker on the attack. It's tipped away by the Bruins. Wolf has it. Scrum for the ball on the floor. Covey dove for it. Can't come down with it. Parmley has it. Now in the corner is Sutherland. Sutherland into the lane. Goes up and scores. 33-31. Robertson over to Van Slyke. Van Slyke into the lane. Reverse layup, no good. And Brody Whitaker comes down with it. 1:40 to play here in this third quarter. Whitaker crosses the timeline into the lane. Up, can't score. Rebound, Dawson Wolf. Bruins now down 2. Wolf crosses the timeline into the lane. And it's out of bounds off the hands of Greencastle. I'm going to say it was last touch by Nick Sutherland, and it'll give Tri-West the basketball here under their own basket. They get it into Covey and back to Levisic. Levisic now to Robertson, and Robertson's fouled as he tried to attack the lane. Brody Whitaker picking up his second.
That personal foul starts at Greencastle's number 12,
And
Brody Whitaker.
that is Greencastle's second team foul of the half. Robertson under his own basket. Gets it into Dawson Wolf. Wolf now to Levisic. Levisic back to Robertson on the left side wing. Robertson into the lane. Up, can't score. It's tipped out by Nick Sutherland. And Brody Whitaker now crosses the timeline. They get it over. Now in the corner is Gavin Bowman. Back to Nick Sutherland. Sutherland now to Bowman. Bowman against Covey. 3 on the way for Parmley is off the mark. Rebound to Plew. It's tipped out of bounds, though, by Van Slyke. Or they're going to say it was out of bounds off Plew.
Re-entering for the Bruins, number 3, Taylor Gardner.
Taylor Gardner and Garrett Cora come in. They replace Luke Robertson and Mason Levisic. Going to try to get Robertson a rest here at the end of the third quarter. 48 5/10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cora with it. In between the circles, working right side wing. Into the lane, goes up, can't score. Van Slyke with the follow. He can't get it to fall. Cade Plew comes down with it. And so now Brody Whitaker will cross the timeline. 20 seconds to score here in the third quarter. Whitaker against Dawson Wolf. Great defense. Plew nearly lost the handle. He throws it back out to Sutherland. Sutherland now against Van Slyke. 9 seconds to score. Great ball pressure here by the Bruins. Cora comes down with it. 5 seconds. Cora to Van Slyke. Van Slyke up and in. Count the bucket. He'll head to the line for 1. Basket's good. Nice feed. Cora finding Van Slyke, and Van Slyke going up strong there and scoring.
Attempting to complete the three-point play. Tri-West number 20, Braden Van Slyke.
The foul was on Bowman there. That's his first. Van Slyke, a chance to make it 3. And he can't give the Bruins the lead, but Covey tips the rebound. They get it to Whitaker, and Whitaker's unable to get a shot off. And so that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. We're tied at 33 and set for an exciting finish here in the fourth quarter. And so we'll come back with fourth quarter coverage in just a few moments. So back here for the start of the fourth quarter, take you through some third quarter statistics. Greencastle outscoring Tri-West 10-8 in that quarter. Van Slyke had 4 to give him 10 on the evening. Robertson had 1 to give him 7 on the afternoon, and Levisik had 2 to give him 7 as well on the afternoon. So tied at 33 as we start the fourth quarter, in and set for an exciting finish here from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Greencastle 11-2 on the season. Tri-West 6-7, trying to get back to 500. Here's Taylor Gardner crossing the timeline. Over to Garrett Cora now. Cora goes to Gardner. Tri-West in the blue jerseys with the gold numerals, letters, and trim. They go with Dawson Wolf, Taylor Gardner, Alex Covey, Garrett Cora, and Mason Levisik to start the fourth. Gardner inside, can't score, grabs his own rebound. Last touched by Taylor Gardner, and that'll give Greencastle the basketball. Greencastle in the white uniforms with the purple numerals, letters, and trim. They got Gavin Bowman out there, and you see Benton Parmley bringing the ball up the floor for the Tigers. Brody Whitaker, Cade Plew, and Nick Sutherland, and they've really ran with 5 players for a majority of the contest. Here's Whitaker with it for Greencastle. He has it against Taylor Gardner. Nearly lost the handle, but got it back. Whitaker now back out to Sutherland. Now on the right side, it's Parmley. Parmley back to Gavin Bowman. Bowman into the lane against Covey. Goes back out to Sutherland. Sutherland attacking. Back to Bowman. Bowman now finds Plew for a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to Cora. Here come the Bruins now as Cora crosses the timeline. Right side to Dawson Wolf. Wolf into the lane. Goes up and scores. Count it. He'll head to the line for 1. Foul is on Gavin Bowman, his second. So count the bucket by Dawson Wolf. He's got a chance now to give the Bruins a 3-point advantage. And he cannot connect. 35-33, 6:45 to play in the fourth quarter. Left side, Gavin Bowman. Bowman has it and back to Benton Parmley. Now back to Bowman. Up top to Parmley. Now over to Sutherland, who's going to try a 3. It's good. That gives Greencastle a 1-point advantage. Wolf on the attack, trying to get the lead back. Unsuccessful. Fighting for the rebound is Covey and Bowman. Bowman has the edge with that rebound. Right side, Parmley. Over to Sutherland. Sutherland back to Parmley. Inside to Plew, who goes up. He's fouled on the way up. He'll have 2 shots coming. Foul was on Taylor Gardner, his third. Cade Plew now with 2 shots. First shot on the way and off the mark. Braden Van Slyke returns, replacing Alex Covey. 6:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Greencastle with a 1-point advantage, and Plew looks to make it 2 here. And he can. He goes 1 of 2 there. He's made 2 on the evening, missed 4. Here's Cora with it. Cora on the right side. Back to Braden Van Slyke. Van Slyke back to Levisic. He's going to try a three. It's off the mark. Rebound to Cade Plew. Plew has it and gives it to Whitaker now. Greencastle can extend it to a 2-possession lead. Whitaker now on the attack. Back out to Parmley. Now over to Sutherland. Sutherland into the lane, and Levisic going to pick up a foul there, his second. And Luke Robertson returns, replacing Levisic, as Levisic picked up his second foul. And now it is a 1-and-1 situation for Greencastle the rest of the way. Sutherland's at the line, and Greencastle only committed 4 fouls in this second half alone. So they've got a couple more fouls to commit before Tri-West would be in the bonus. He makes the first to give him a 3-point lead, and now a chance to extend it to a 4-point lead. And he does. Cora has it. He crosses the timeline. Back to Dawson Wolf and over to Taylor Gardner. Gardner back to Robertson. Robertson over to Gardner. Gardner in the corner. Back to Robertson. Robertson dribbles around, and Tri-West back in with their starting 5. Robertson lost the handle, turns it over. Greencastle with the basketball, and if you're Coach Bontrager, you might think about a timeout if Greencastle scores here to kind of slow them down a little bit. Plew over to Bowman into the lane. Bowman goes up, scores, count the bucket. And that'll count the bucket, and the foul is on Braden Van Slyke, his third. So Bowman at the line, shooting one. Chance for a 3-point play, and he's successful. Bruins really need a basket here. Down by 7. Gardner has it. Back to Cora, in between the circles now. Right side, Robertson. Over to Van Slyke, who's going to try a baseline jumper. It's good. And like I mentioned, Bontrager going to utilize a timeout here. And so with that timeout, with 4:50 to play in the contest, the Bruins down by 5, and an Adam Bontrager full timeout. So out of the Coach Bontrager timeout, it will be Greencastle basketball. They operate with a 5-point advantage as we got 4:47 to play here in this fourth quarter. Bowman has it. Now into the lane is Whitaker, and Bowman goes up, can't score. Gardner comes down with a rebound. Bruins now in transition. Their transition game last night, very good. Van Slyke misses the jumper. Cade Plew comes down with it. And now a foul. Or not a foul, rather. They're going to say it was out of bounds on the Bruins. Whitaker has it. And a foul on the Bruins, Dawson Wolf. And Coach Bontrager going to go up there to plead his case. 1-and-1 situation here for Greencastle. Brody Whitaker will be the shooter on this 1-and-1. First shot is good. .43 43-37 rather. Whitaker at the line with his second. It's off the mark. Rebound, fought around by Cora, and Dawson Wolf comes down with it. Now the Bruins got a 5-on-4 with Gardner. Back to Wolf. Now up top it's Cora, and they're going to reset the offense here. Right side Robertson. Robertson, high post, jumper, off the mark. Rebound to Bowman. Greencastle with the basketball now, up by 6. Whitaker has it into the lane. Robertson intercepts that pass. Up the floor to Dawson Wolf. Wolf on the attack. Back out to Cora. Into Robertson. Robertson goes up. Can't score. Bowman comes down with the rebound. A lot of contact there, but a no foul call. Parmley has it. Crosses the timeline. Right side to Sutherland. Back to Parmley now, and Greencastle will set up the offense. Parmley on the attack, into the lane. Gets in trouble. He walked. No call. Sutherland. Now over to Plew. Gets in traffic, and Greencastle calls a timeout. Full timeout taken by Greencastle. 43-37. The Bruins not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, but they've only got 4 points to speak of here in this fourth quarter. Greencastle has 10 in this fourth quarter, so offense not coming easy for the Bruins late in this game. They're going to have to make some adjustments in order to sustain this and stay in this game. Down 6 here with 3:17 to play in the fourth quarter. So 3:17 left in this fourth quarter. Greencastle up by 6 with the basketball under their own basket. Coach Bryce Rector utilized a timeout as Cade Plew got in trouble on the baseline. Bowman gets it in, and Whitaker has it. Whitaker falls on the floor, and now a jump ball or a timeout taken by Greencastle. 30-second timeout taken by Greencastle. Probably should have been a travel call there. 4:33 to play, or 3:11 to play. 43-37 is the score. So it'll be Greencastle basketball. Brody Whitaker will inbound for Greencastle. We'll get it into Nick Sutherland. Sutherland back to Parmley. Parmley has it, and it's intercepted by Robertson, but a foul against Greencastle.
Personal foul charge to Greencastle, number 30, Nick.
They're going to get Sutherland for his third. Bruins with the basketball. Gardner thought about the three. Instead attacks the lane. Goes up. Can't score, but he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
That personal foul charge to Greencastle, number 40, Gavin Bowman.
They're going to get Gavin Bowman for his third. So Sutherland and Bowman playing with 3 fouls. Also Van Slyke, Dawson Wolf, and Taylor Gardner all playing with 3 fouls. Bruins in with her original starters with just under 3 minutes to play in this one. Gardner at the line makes the first. Gardner with his second. It's off the mark. Rebound controlled by Plew. He gets in traffic. Back to Bowman. Bowman has it, crosses the timeline. Greencastle working with numbers. Whitaker lost the handle. Robertson comes down with it. A chance to bring it back within 3. Robertson into the lane, goes up and scores. One possession contest. Whitaker has it, in trouble against Dawson Wolf. Don't want to foul here if you're the Bruins. Here's Parmley. On the attack, into the lane, over to Plew. Plew against Gardner, goes up, can't score, he's fouled on the way up. So Taylor Gardner picks up his 4th. Bontrager expressing his disbelief with that call. As Cade Plew is at the line for Greencastle with 2 shots. First shot is good. Mason Levisic replaces Garrett Cora. So Gardner's going to have to play smart here. He's got 4 fouls with 2:23 left in this one. Second shot off the mark. Dawson Wolf comes down with the rebound. Here's Robertson on the right side wing. Back to Levisic. He's going to try a 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to Greencastle with Brody Whitaker. Whitaker gets in trouble, gets it to Sutherland, and a foul against the Bruins. That puts Greencastle in the bonus. Levisic charged with his 3rd. Sutherland at the line, shooting the double bonus, 2 shots. Tri-West is 1 foul away from the bonus. He misses the first. Second shot is good. Bruins down 5 with 2 minutes to play. Here's Gardner with it, and he gets his pocket pick by Whitaker, who goes up, scores, count the bucket. That'll be Gardner's 5th.
That personal foul is charged to Tri-West number 3, Taylor Gardner. The basket is good. Shooting 1 shot for the Greencastle Tiger Cub, number 12, Brody Whitaker.
So they'll get the replacement here for Gardner. And Garrett Cora will check in.
And returning for the Tri-West Bruins, number 10, Garrett Cora.
Whitaker at the line. Converts the 3-point play, and now the Bruins find themselves down 8 with 1:53 to play. Left side Robertson, up top to Van Slyke. Thought about the 3, instead attacks the lane, back to Wolf. Who's going to try 3? It's good! Count the bucket, he'll head to the line for 1. A big play there by Dawson Wolf. Makes the 3, count the bucket. And Bontrager going to utilize a timeout as Dawson Wolf will have a chance to bring it back within 4. Timeout is taken. Full timeout taken by Tri-West. They've got 2 timeouts remaining. Greencastle also has 2. And coming out of the timeout, Dawson Wolf will have a shot to bring it back within 4 points in this one. So again, a full slate of basketball here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse today in the Really Big Basketball Show. At 1 p.m., Edgewood took on Monrovia. Edgewood victorious there, 57-52. And then Tri-West now playing in the 2:40 p.m. game. Northwestern and Carroll coming up around 4:30. At 6 p.m., Culver Academies will take on Cathedral. And then at 7:40, Franklin will take on Southport here in the Really Big Basketball Show at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. So the Bruins trying to come back. They're down as many as 8 with about 1:50 to play in this one. So Dawson Wolf at the line, a chance to bring it within 4. Wolf, who's had a very good fourth quarter performance, at 5 points, trying to make it 6. And he can't convert. Whitaker comes down with the rebound. Whitaker now against the pressure on the double team. Gives it over to Bowman. Got to be getting close to 10 seconds. Greencastle takes a timeout to avoid the violation, and it will be a full timeout, or 30-second timeout rather. So they've got one timeout remaining the rest of the way. 1:34 to play in this one. Bruins down 5, trying to get it back here and trying to come out victorious against Greencastle and get back to 500 on the season. So the Bruins will come out of the timeout. Greencastle will have the basketball at midcourt. Sutherland will inbound for the Tigers. They get it into Whitaker in the front court. Whitaker over to Bowman. Bowman doesn't go up but kicks it back out to Parmley as they're going to try to play a little bit of stall ball here. And a foul against Garrett Cora right there. That's his 3rd. That'll send Parmley to the line.
At the free throw line for the Greencastle Tigers.
With 2 shots coming, 1:25 to play in the fourth quarter. First shot is good. Those are Parmley's first points of the evening. The second shot coming. It's good. Bruins now down 7, 1:20 to play. They're going to have to find some quick offense here to get back in this one. Robertson into the lane, goes up, but a foul on the way up. Oh, they're going to say it was on the floor, but he'll be shooting 2 shots anyways. Foul will be on Gavin Bowman, his 4th. Robertson will shoot anyways, a 1-and-1 though, so he's not guaranteed 2 shots. First shot is good. So he'll get 2 shots out of it nevertheless. Second shot is good, but they're going to say Robertson stepped over the line. And man, these officials are having a tough time here this afternoon. Bruins can't catch a break. Gavin Bowman with it, gives it over to Parmley. Parmley in trouble, gives it to Plew, and they're going to say he walked. Turns the ball over to Tri-West, down 6 with 1:10 to play here in this fourth quarter. So an opportunity now for the Bruins. They can bring it back to a 1-possession game here with this offensive possession. Robertson has it. Robertson now working the right side, turns the ball over, not what the Bruins needed there. Parmley has it, in trouble on the double team, gives it back to Sutherland. Whitaker now with it, gets a foul picked up. Robertson's going to be charged with that one. That's his 1st foul.
Personal foul, number 5, Robertson, shooting 2 shots for the Tiger Cubs. Number 12,
Brody Whitaker will shoot 2. He's had a great performance this afternoon. First shot is good by Whitaker. And he misses a second, so now the Bruins have to hurry here. Van Slyke crosses the timeline, over to Robertson. Robertson, Bruins need to score here. He goes up. He'll head to the line for 2 shots. He was fouled on the way up by Greencastle. That'll be Brody Whitaker's 3rd foul. Luke Robertson at the line with 2 shots. Don't forget, you can follow the boys basketball team on Twitter at @TW_boyshoops as Robertson makes the first. Also, you can follow Tri-West Athletics on Twitter at Tri-West Sports and on Instagram at Tri-West Athletics for all updates on athletic events occurring around Tri-West. As Robertson misses a second, Whitaker comes down with it. Whitaker with it, and a foul against Luke Robertson there with 41 and 5/10 seconds to play.
Personal foul charge to Bruin, number 5, Luke Robertson.
So the Bruins just might run out of time here in this one as Whitaker heads to the line
Greencastle, number 12.
for 2 shots. The girls team for Tri-West fell to Danville last night in a hard-fought battle. They will start sectionals on Tuesday at Indian Creek against Danville yet again. So a quick turnaround for them. You can follow the girls team on Twitter as well at Tri-West Girls GBB. That's Tri-West Girls Basketball. 41 and 5/10. Cora picks it up over to Robertson. Robertson's going to try a 3. It's off the mark, but he gets his own board, falls to the floor, and a foul on the Bruins. Mason Levisic, that's his 4th. And so that'll send Brody Whitaker to the line.
At the free throw line for your Tiger Cubs.
He's got 2 shots. First shot is good.
Into the contest for the first time.
Andrew York
Number 22, Andrew York.
checks in as well. Trey Wood.
Number 52, Trey Wood.
And now Bontrager's going to run in his 5 junior varsity players to get them some minutes at Bankers Life Fieldhouse,
And entering for the Bruins.
a place they hope to return to sometime in their high school basketball career.
Brickler, number 25, Nick Chin.
So Deponette, Mulder, Nick Smith, Nick Chin, and Damon Brickler in.
Mulder,
Ethan Meyer in for Greencastle. Connor Taylor in for the Tigers as well.
Connor Taylor.
And then one last substitution.
Greencastle, number 20, Evan Cummings.
Evan Cummings will also check in for the shooter, Brody Whitaker. He makes it. Mulder up to Brickler. He's going to try one from NBA range. It's way off the mark. Might have got confused with the lines there, but nevertheless, Greencastle basketball 20 and 6/10 to play. Some more junior varsity players getting in.
Number 4, Corey Taylor. Number 42, Trent Ross. And number 24,
So the Bruins are going to fall in this one, but nevertheless, a lot to build on, but no damage done in the conference. They'll return to Sagamore Conference play on Thursday at Southmont. Here's York with it. Over to Meyer. 3 on the way, off the mark for the Tigers. Deponette comes down it. From half court, Ethan Deponette off the mark. And so to end the game, the Bruins fall 55-45. And some stats for you here for the Bruins. And these unofficial stats, of course, as we are not the official book, but we'll get some official stats here in momentarily. So the Bruins fall in this one, and they will look to move on Thursday and play at Southmont. And again, that is Thursday at Southmont, 6 p.m. JV start, 7:30 varsity start. And so that will take place on Thursday. And so that taking place on Thursday. And then back home Saturday against Western Boone, a 1 o'clock JV start, 2:30 varsity. Final statistics for the Bruins. Braden Van Slyke had 12. He was the leading scorer for the Bruins. Luke Robertson had 11. Dawson Wolf had 9. Mason Levisic had 7. And Taylor Gardner had 6. So the Bruins fall in this one 55-45. Thanks to my on-site engineer, Joseph Maslin, camera operator Nathaniel Thacker for their help this afternoon. Back at you Thursday at Southmont. We'll have the coverage there, of course, on our YouTube account. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Grant Cote. We have a wonderful afternoon. Bruins fall in this one.